Packer and Durham on a Friday. It's a busy show, as we told you. Going to be a lot of guests.
To the top.
And we're still not done. Still not done.
No.
We're going to go down to the ATL next, Mr. Durham.
The nation's leader in home runs plays in the Atlantic Coast Conference, and he is Kevin Parada of Georgia Tech. And he joins us this morning from Midtown, but it's 6:30 in Pasadena, California, so it's 9:30 in the East, but this is old hat for Kevin, so he spends time with us this morning. First of all, congratulations on the season so far. Big series with Duke this weekend. So how's this gone? We know the stats. How's the season been in your mind, Kevin?
It's been a good season, honestly. Obviously, statistically, I'm doing amazing, but the team's starting to roll, won the last couple series, and excited for this weekend against Duke, hopefully to continue that streak.
Yeah.
All right, I asked you this off the air. I'm now going to ask you officially on the air so it's on the record. The way you're hitting the baseball, is it the size of a beach ball, a grapefruit, a bowling ball? I mean, you tell me, dude, because you are smashing that thing all over the place.
Yeah, it's looking like a beach ball right now, especially when I'm going good. So this season I have had my hot streaks where it just feels like every pitch I'm hitting hard, which, I mean, it's not a better feeling. But, yeah, definitely looking like a beach ball right now.
And with that said, Kevin, when you get in that zone, I mean, so it really doesn't matter. Hey, it doesn't matter if it's a curve, it doesn't matter if it's a slider, fastball in, fastball away. I mean, when you start seeing the baseball like you are doing, how would you describe it to someone?
It's just a natural reaction, honestly. Like, you don't really think about if it's a breaking ball, if it's a fastball. After the fact, you kind of notice, oh, he threw me a breaking ball, but it's just go and hit and let things happen.
And what is the hardest ball you've hit? I mean, there's always one that you go, man, I hit that thing so doggone hard. There's no seams left on it when they find it. do you remind? Is there one that comes to mind that you just, man, I blistered that thing?
I'm not sure, but I want to say the one at Virginia. That home run was probably the farthest and the hardest one I hit, but I couldn't tell you because I don't really pay attention to the stats.
Yeah, after 18, I guess they all kind of feel the same after you hit 18 of them. You know,
you got to enjoy every single one of them with baseball. The game's hard.
Yeah, you're right.
Kevin, I'm gonna go big picture here. You guys have won 3 of 4 and 4 of 6. And I know this league's a mess now. I mean, there's a lot of good teams in this league, and you've seen some of them. You've beaten some of them. What is it about this particular year you think makes it different in the ACC?
Yeah, the ACC, I think, is a bloodbath this year. It's the same thing as last year where we had to play, I believe, 10 series, and so it was everybody beating up on each other. But definitely same thing this year. The bottom of the ACC is just as good as the top, and anybody can win any weekend, and that's really how you got to take every game. You got to be ready for whoever you play. Just like we got Duke this weekend, got to be ready for that.
Yeah, ball game at 6 tonight on the ACC NX, by the way, 4 o'clock tomorrow and Sunday at 2. I want to ask you about the league. Obviously won 2 of 3 at Chapel Hill last week. You got the win at Virginia you spoke of a moment ago. You won 2 of 3 against Florida State. Road games, if you can win a road series, everybody knows that's a premium, right? But you almost have to win the home series, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to win at home and try to win as many as you can on the road. And in the end, your stats will look pretty good as many wins as you can get. And the biggest thing is doing your best to not get swept, because taking at least one game is important. Every game matters in the ACC.
There were only 18 home runs in that series over the weekend in Chapel Hill. You probably were crying getting on the bus going, man, do we have to leave this joint the way we're going yard against the Heels? I think it was beautiful. Do you get a sense, I mean, I know you're hitting everything in sight, but do you get a sense that pitchers are like, oh, man, here's Parada. Why are we even messing with him? Let's just put him on first base and be done with it. Do you get a sense that word's out on you yet?
Yeah, I know that guys are going to pitch around me at times, and I just got to be ready for if they make a mistake, and if they don't, I take my walk or whatever happens. And it's kind of how baseball is, and it's really funny because this weekend I hit the grand slam, and some of the guys are like, why didn't they walk you? I was like, well, they still want to win and got to compete, and it was a 0-0 ball game. But it's just really funny that you just try to enjoy everything, try to be ready for your opportunity, and if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, then you just wait for your next one.
All right, and that's the piece I want to go to, and it's the one thing I remember Coach Hall telling me when you arrived in Atlanta was that you came to Atlanta with great patience as a hitter. You understand kind of the at-bat process. When did that start to formulate for you? Because you don't look. Number one, you're hitting home runs, and we can talk about home runs all we want, but you've been a 300 hitter pretty easily in your college career here, and nearly 400 this year. When did that patience kind of develop for you, Kevin?
And through high school, you're always facing good pitching and the All-American games and all those different events. You just got to be patient because those guys are going to get you out, and that's why baseball's hard. Is you're successful if you get on 3 out of 10 times. So it's the same thing, that you just have to be patient, and when you get your opportunity, and go at it. And if you don't get one, like I said, you just got to continue to move on and wait until you get your next one.
Kevin, do you know who Joey Bart is?
Yes, I know who Joey Bart is.
Do I know who Joey Bart is?
Do you know who he plays for?
Oh, God, here we go.
Yep, he plays for the Giants.
That's right. Do you think you're going to be the next San Francisco Giant? Because let me tell you something. We like that ACC pipeline out there to my boys in San Francisco.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
And you know what? Now that Joey's finally, again, no disrespect to my man Buster Posey, Florida State, future Hall of Famer, I'm liking this pipeline of Georgia Tech to my beloved San Francisco Giants. I think you are exactly the kind of guy we need for the future. How about that? No pressure. It sounds good, doesn't it? Right?
I like Joey where he's at, and wherever I end up, I end up, and I'll be very thankful for that. And I'm glad for Joey, and I'm happy for Joey, and he's going to continue to do his thing in the big leagues.
Hold on.
Let me tell you something, Kevin, because Brandon Belt isn't going to last forever at first base, and I know you want to maybe be a catcher. Maybe that first base thing looks good. You and Joey Bart, little Georgia Tech, San Francisco Giants world champions, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Okay, yeah, okay. But wait, we got to get to the bottom of something. I just told you Kevin is from Pasadena, California.
That's right. He hates the Dodgers. Everybody hates the Dodgers.
No, wait. He might actually be a Dodgers fan.
No, he's not. No.
Kevin?
I'm not a Dodgers fan.
Okay.
Well,
I grew up going to Angel games.
That's exactly
there we go. See?
That's exactly. Nobody likes the Dodgers.
Yeah. So
Nobody likes the Dodgers.
Nobody. So, all right.
No, I got to tell you, that rally monkey pissed me off back about 20 years ago.
The rally monkey.
All right. You flew over a lot of states to come to Atlanta, but you're not the first, nor will you be, I'm guessing, the last Californian to come play at Georgia Tech. Nomar was from Whittier, California. Mike Nickius was a great player. He was from Southern California. He was also a catcher at Georgia Tech. What is it about Southern California and Georgia Tech, Kevin? I'm curious, just from your standpoint, what was it?
Georgia Tech's always made me feel like family, and I wanted to go across the country, so I felt like it was the best opportunity for me with Coach Hall and being a catcher. He takes pride in all his catchers and always has, and I've started to notice that, especially as I've gotten through Tech, how many catchers have actually come out of here. California is just, most of us want to introduce the West Coast style of baseball to the East and vice versa, and I think it's a great blend that we have going at Georgia Tech right now.
Absolutely.
Kevin, what ACC pitcher does the best job at hiding the ball in terms of their delivery? In terms of hardest to pick up?
I'd say probably Parker Messick, honestly.
Florida State.
Yeah, I got him one time, but the next at bat he struck me out and on 3 nasty pitches, and that's the game of baseball, and it happens. So you take your chances and your success, but know that he's still a really good pitcher.
You know what the good news is, Kevin? He too will be a San Francisco Giant. So you guys will be teammates about 3 years down the road.
Yeah. Parada, I'm telling you, for 3 years, every good ACC baseball player, they're all going to the Giants.
Hey,
it's unbelievable.
Hey, Carlos Rodon, did you see what he did to the Mets the other night?
Yes.
Where did he play? NC State.
NC State.
My man, Elliot Avent just sent me a text. Pack, how you like your boy Rodon? Love him.
Yeah.
All these.
There we go.
Stephen Bailey, NC State. What's he doing? Giants.
Yeah.
Duggar, San Francisco Giants. Where's Clemson? I'm just telling you, we are the ACC's team.
Oh, my God.
So it's all going to work out for you, my man. You keep slapping that thing and hitting it all over the yard. It's going to work out great.
Kevin, you've been great fun to watch. We appreciate you coming with us this morning. But now here's the question of record for the show. All the other stuff we've asked you has no bearing. Now this one does.
This is the hardest question. Here it is. Since you've been at Georgia Tech, Kevin, what has been your hardest class?
Survey of calculus.
Survey of calculus.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the easier option at Georgia Tech, and it is not easy by any means. It's, very difficult.
Well, here's the survey. Yeah, here's the survey. Is this class ridiculously hard? Yes. Do I pass?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Exactly.
Holy cow.
Keep up the great work, man. You're a joy to watch play.
Thank you so
I
much.
love the way you hit.
All right. Tell D. Hall hello for us, Kevin. Appreciate it.
I will.